Today's video is about 11 signs she's constantly thinking about you. This actually is part of how to know if a girl likes you, which is really cool to know, right? I think one of the most obvious signs is actually one of the easiest to miss. I'll share that one with you at the end, so pay close attention. Because seriously, if you notice that one, it's like a big deal. We're going to talk about 11 signs she's constantly thinking about you. You might have seen this video, which is how to make a woman think about you all the time, or this video, which is this is what makes women think about you constantly. So, let's get started. Our first sign that she's thinking about you constantly is that she remembers big dates in your life. Things like your birthday, or if there's a band you love or something big is happening in your area. Or maybe she remembers you like a certain TV show and so she remembers. Oh hey, the new season is airing. Things like that, or a big business meeting. If she remembers important things in your life, it's a really good sign she's thinking about you all the time. That's obviously how she remembers those things. Here's something you need to know about women. I'll just lay it out for you. When, as women, we like a guy, we think about him all the time. It's actually very similar to how you feel when you're really attracted to a girl. As different as men and women are, we're actually very similar. So basically, if she's attracted to you, she's thinking about you all the time. And if she's attracted to you, she remembers those big dates. So if you notice that she just happens to remember really important things in your life, yeah, it's because she's thinking about you all the time. Our second sign that she's thinking about you constantly is that she goes out of her way to do nice things for you. That's not a coincidence. If she just happens to show up with cookies or something, or she's more than happy to do favors or whatever it is, if she's going out of her way to do nice things for you frequently, yeah, she's thinking about you all the time and she's looking for any way she can spend time with you, get to know you better, make you notice her. The third sign is that when you're in a large group or crowd or in a big setting, you notice that she looks at you a lot. You just catch, like your eyes just meet frequently. That's a really good sign she's thinking about you all the time. For some women, she might just look away immediately. Other women she might smile or hold your gaze for a while and then look away. Each woman is going to be a little bit different. But if you notice your eyes meeting all the time, it's because she's thinking about you. She doesn't really care much about what else is going on in that room. She's thinking about you. The fourth sign is kind of bold actually. And it's that she asks your friends about you. She might ask, if you're single or if you like certain things or whatever it is. If she's asking your friends about you, yeah, she's attracted to you and obviously thinking about you all the time. This is a pretty bold thing for her to do because there's a good chance it's gonna get back to you, right? There's a good chance your friends are going to tell you she's asking questions about you. Not all women are going to do that, but if you notice she's asking your friends questions about you, yeah, it's because she's thinking about you all the time. Before we move on to the fifth sign, a quick question. Would you like more videos on signs she's thinking about you constantly? If you do, be sure to comment yes in the comments below and I will know to do that for you. Our fifth sign that she's constantly thinking about you also has to do with friends, but this time it's hers. If you saw this video, then you know that one of the signs a girl likes you is if her friends know everything about you. As I mentioned before, when a girl is attracted to you, she thinks about you all the time. And as women, we tell our friends everything. Like every single thing. So if her friends know everything about you, it's because she can't stop talking about you. She thinks about you all the time and yes, they know everything about you. So if you start to feel like, how do her friends know that about me? Well, it's because she told them and that's because you're playing in her mind repeatedly. Our next sign that she thinks about you constantly is that she supports you in public. Here's another thing you need to know about women. When we like a guy, he's like our superhero. We adore him. And everything he does is amazing to us. So if you notice that she supports you a lot, like yes, even defends you if someone says something unkind or something, but even more than that, if she agrees with your ideas and agrees with what you say and supports you a lot, yeah, that's a really good sign she's really attracted to you. The seventh sign is that she tries to be where you are. Have you ever felt like, wow, that's a coincidence? She's always where I am. It's not a coincidence at all. When she's attracted to you, she just wants to spend time with you. She just wants to be where you are and she just wants to talk to you and she just wants you to notice her. And so she's desperately trying to find ways for you to notice her and be where you are. And so it's incredibly common for a woman to try and just be where you are. Now obviously you have to be careful with this, like if you work at the same place you can't say, she's always where I am. Do you know? But if for some reason she always takes a break when you take a break, or if she's always at the water cooler when you're at the water cooler, well, that can definitely be a sign. So make sure it's not because she has to be there, but if you just notice, hey, she's always here when I'm here. Yeah, it's because she really wants you to notice her, because she can't get you out of her mind. The 8th sign can be kind of tricky to pick up on, but it totally works because it's based on body language. Body language is an amazing skill to learn. Being able to read body language is awesome because we don't know we're doing it, and so that's one of the ways you can pick up on signs she doesn't even know she's sending. One of the body language signs that is so powerful is if you notice that her body is facing you even if maybe you're not talking. So let's say you're in a large group of people and you notice that maybe she's even like looking at the person who's talking, but her body is shifted and faced towards you. That's because that's what her mind is on. She's thinking about you. So if you're in a group, or if you're in a large room, or even if you're talking just like one-on-one with her, if her body is pointed away from you, it actually means that she has somewhere she needs to go. She's trying to leave. But if her body is facing you, then it's actually because she wants to stay here and she wants to keep talking to you. So body language is a really good way to know what's going on in her mind. And if her body is pointed towards you, it's because she's thinking about you. Our 9th sign that she's thinking about you constantly is that she texts you a lot. Some women are more willing to initiate a text, and other women will just totally like encourage you texting them and chat with you as much as they can when you do text them. If you notice that she's just kind of randomly texts you things, it's because she can't stop thinking about you and wants to find any reason to talk to you. So sometimes there'll be totally random texts for some women, like, hey, here's a random picture of my cat. She's just desperate for you to talk to her. Other women, she may kind of try and be hinting a little bit like, oh hey, I just saw this movie trailer and I think it sounds really fun. She's not saying it sounds really fun just to make conversation. She's saying it sounds really fun because she wants you to ask her out. Same thing like, hey, this is my favorite restaurant. Or whatever it is. She's hinting because she wants you to ask her out. So pay attention to that. If you find that she's talking to you a lot over text, it's probably because she can't stop thinking about you, wants you to notice her, wants to talk to you. Number 10 is that she is always interacting with you on social media. Have you heard of the term Facebook stalking? It's a real thing and women do it. If we're attracted to someone, we're going to go through all their pictures and make our hearts beat faster because he's so cute. So if you feel like she's super excited to interact with you at any time on social media, and she always likes and comments and interacts and follows you on all your social media platforms, yeah, it's because she's thinking about you all the time and wants you to notice her. She's looking for a way to interact with you. And now we've come to sign number 11, which is what I told you to pay very close attention to, because as I mentioned before, this is actually very obvious and very bold, but actually it's not obvious unless you're looking for it. So sign number 11 is that she tells you she's thinking about you. Now she probably won't come out and say, hey, I'm thinking about you all the time, because that would be very creepy. But she may say something like, hey, I saw this and thought of you. Or hey, I made these cookies and thought of you. She might text you hey, I know this is your favorite show, so I thought of you. Or whatever it is. It's not as obvious as you would think, but she's literally telling you that she was thinking about you. So don't underestimate that. It's a very powerful sign that she's thinking about you all the time and she's interested. Now you have some amazing signs that she's thinking about you all the time and she's interested in you. But what do you do next? How do you ensure you don't mess it up? How do you ensure you make the right decision? Thank you so much for watching, my wonderful friend. Be sure to give a big like, and if you haven't already subscribed, now is the perfect time to do so. Click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I want to hear from you in the comments. Should I make more videos about signs she's thinking about you? If yes, comment yes. And as always, let me know of other ideas you have for future videos. If you have a friend who's really struggling to know if a girl is interested in him, share this with him, it'll help him a lot. And it would mean the world to me if you shared it on social media. Seriously, guys, sharing helps me a lot. Thank you so much for doing that. Thanks again, my amazing friend, and have an awesome day.